All right, let's hear. Wonderful. All right, everybody, welcome to Thursday morning. We have made it thus far. I want to briefly say that I am really grateful for everybody giving this time and this energy to me, to themselves, to making better changes for their lives. And with this whole addictions process, I know everybody, especially in a group, it's a little more challenging with a group than it was for me ever to work one-on-one, because everybody's so specific, right? We're dealing with everything from not wanting to watch a certain show to, serious life and death sort of thing. So I want everyone to just take this as serious as they can, as serious as they feel they need to. There's lots of things that we need to eradicate fully to be able to really make that shift. And this is a stepping stone to look at what those things are that may have a little bit more power over us than we necessarily want them to. Maybe have some new ways to approach it and have a little less shit in the energy field holding all that. And I think my intention for this really was to be able to kind of clear things on a daily basis, to just sort of stabilize, integrate, not push anything out, not make it all happen in one session, but to really give this week to ourselves to open up our minds a little bit as to those things that are perhaps stopping us from getting where we want to be, holding us back in any way, or even just causing more energetic stress on ourselves than we need to, because we realize at some point that we have created this all. And so we think it's easy. When we really look at it, it's often not so easy, right? So we want to look for some easier solutions. So right now, I have the wonderful Nikki with me, and we are going to share some energy across the world. And I'm going to take you guys on a little meditation where we go into a forest and we are going to go plant some seeds of new beginnings, seeds of things we want to start growing this spring, this summer, into our lives, into our fish tanks, so that these seeds can really grow and flourish. And we're going to nurture them. We're going to not only plant them, but we're going to take a little bit of care of them every day, just a little bit, because then you don't have to do a whole weed overhaul. You don't have a huge harvest. You're simply maintaining and flourishing your garden every single day so that it's fruitful every single day of our lives. So let's take a couple of nice deep breaths. We are just going to ask how many ways we can experience the super conscious field right now, and just allow our minds and our bodies and our energy systems to feel safe to come out for a little garden planting session. So when we take a couple of deep breaths, we want to ensure that those breaths are coming deep from our belly. We want to fill our belly and our chest with air. So just breathing regularly, filling that whole diaphragm, filling everything with the air, and just tune into your breath. And I want you to notice in your body where that breath is going. I'd love you to just do a little scan of your body, right from the toes. We're going to go down to the toes, the tips of your toes. Just like fingertips are touching them right now. We're going to try, and when we bring that breath into our body, we're going to try and bring it right down to our toes. Filling your lungs, filling your diaphragm, filling your toes. And as you breathe out, notice that part of your body just start to relax as we move into the feet. Bringing that oxygen down into those feet. Allowing the heaviness and the tension to be just removed from the feet with that exhale. And bringing it up into the ankles and the calves. With every breath, just sending your breath down to that area to just fill it and cleanse it. And we're going to move up to the knees. And just letting the oxygen fill those knees. They're kind of full, they're kind of stiff. They just need a little bit of a flushing. And I'm going to start working on those feet right now. I'm just going to bring some of this energy work in and just start blasting those feet. And just feeling that breath moving up into your hips. Up into the root and into that very low back. It's a little thick and muddy down there, so I just want you to send an extra breath or two. And simply scanning your body, allowing that scan to move up into the abdomen, into the stomach, and just feeling that oxygen start to fill that belly. Connecting with source, maybe even feeling those roots from your tailbone start to just ground down deep into the earth. Just drawing any of that darkness, any of that deep down stuff that doesn't want to just leave with breath. We're going to allow the roots in our tailbone to just simply shift any of that stuff that needs to be shifted. And we're going to go for a little walk as we just fill our lungs and our belly with each breath. And I want you to imagine what it would smell like and feel like in a beautiful green forest right now. Allowing that sun that's sort of sprinkling in through the treetops to just touch the top of your head. And we're going to move some of this energy through that heart chakra, just allowing that breath to fill your chest, to fill your arms, to move down the elbows into the wrists and every little finger. Like the little chakras at the tip of each finger are just sort of lighting up and allowing that light to just shine from within, just inescapable. Holding the head right now for clearing. And I want you to feel your breath just moving up through your throat. And allowing that throat chakra to just feel safe. To feel acknowledged and loved and honored. Just knowing that truth is the only thing running through there. And as you feel that energy start to move through your jaw and your cheeks, right up into the bridge of your nose and your forehead, right into the third eye, I want you to see yourself looking around this forest and noticing this beautiful plot of earth that's freshly tilled, it's freshly irrigated, it's perfectly pH balanced. It's almost singing. It's just got such a beautiful vibration. And I want you to get closer to that little plot of land. It's however big this garden is that you're planting. It might be vast, might be a whole riverside, and it might just be a beautiful shape. Or maybe even just an old square like farms are. And I want you to notice that beside that little plot of land, there's this beautiful jeweled box. It's just gorgeous. It's ornate. It's got gems all in it. It's got crystals attached. It's just like this beautiful little box. Going up to the heart and just balancing. I'm just going to hold this heart space while I have you look inside of that box. You may want to pick it up. You may want to kneel down and get on the floor. But I want you to just go to the box and open it. And I want you to notice there's some seeds inside, but they don't look like normal seeds. These are seeds that have their own magical powers. There's the seeds that have been waiting for you all this time to put into the ground so that they can flourish properly. They weren't to be wasted, these seeds. These were the special seeds. The special seeds that came when you were ready. All these other gardens have been practices, but this is real time, baby. This is real time. I'm just going to remove some stuff from the heart here. And I want you to take these seeds one by one. I want you to hold them. We're going to pick up that first one. I want you to hold it, and I want you to notice the resonance from that seed, the vibration from it, the things that could happen once this seed gets into the ground. And I want you to just hold it and feel it and love it. Send it some love. Tell it it's the most beautiful seed you've ever seen. You've been just waiting to put this in the ground. And with your full intention of love, I want you to find just the perfect little spot for this seed. You can maybe dig a little hole. Maybe the hole's already dug. And I want you to place that seed in the ground with a little affirmation, a little promise that you're going to tend to it. You're going to be there for it. You're going to make sure it has enough water and it has enough food and it has enough of the good vibrations it needs to grow. And I feel like as soon as you put it in the ground, this little sapling started up already. It's like you could see it already poking out of the ground. We're going to send that seed some love and notice that it actually needed a little bit of space because it's going to plant some seeds of its own. And it's just, this is a forest that you just started with that one little seed. And I want you to look at the rest of those seeds. And I want you for a moment to just breathe. Plant your seeds with the best of intentions. I'm just going to allow you to go there in your mind. If you feel your mind wandering too much, take a silent breath or two. Just slow your body down, slow your nervous system down. Take a breath in and out without making any noise whatsoever if you find your mind wandering. And then go back to your seeds. Go back to your jeweled box. Pick out a seed and arrange your garden how you want it. Place all the seeds just so that there's some seeds that grow better closer together. And you'll recognize that when you pull them out. And some seeds that need to be a little further away, they need a little more space. They may even be longer growing seeds. You might have to plant them a little closer to the surface or maybe a little deeper down. But I want you to recognize that you have the instructions for each of these seeds as I just go through. And I'm going to hold this heart for a little more balance here. Taking those seeds and just putting them into the ground with that little promise and that little talking to. Giving it that little vibrational charge to make it the most beautiful plant it's ever been able to imagine. As you're planting those seeds, I want you to imagine there's a little watering can. And you're going to be able to go through and just give those seeds a little bit of water. You may even need to climb up and trim a branch on a tree so that the sun can get it better. Whatever it takes, there might just be something special that it needed. Maybe it was a trellis that you could build around it so it can just grow and bloom like it was supposed to. And I want you to think of one of those seeds as the support tree. The support tree for you when you know maybe you're falling away from your true choices. You're falling away, maybe getting distracted, maybe something's trying to pull you off. I want you to notice this seed that you're planting right now and how you're going to be able to get support from it. What is that one thing that you sort of just need in your corner of the boxing ring? There we go. Some deep driving stuff down there in the root and the sacral plexus. I'm just going to go around to the back, just giving that adrenal system a little bit of an extra support, letting the kidneys just function, letting that whole low back simply release all the control, all the financial worries that people are having, all of the fears. I want you to notice right now those roots that are ground in from your tailbone. They're still connected to the earth. Just creating this safe container. And if you're done planting your seeds, I want you to just step back and look now at this magical garden that's already started to bloom, already started to sprout. All the plants, all the trees are at different levels. Some of them you can't see, but you have a little marker there knowing where they are. And I want you to just take one last final look at that garden and put some little markers where those seeds are if they haven't sprouted yet, so that you'll recognize them. You'll know which one sort of needs that extra water. Maybe it just hasn't been paid attention to because the other ones are just a little bigger. We're just going to open this crown chakra a little bit and that third eye, just enough to create this beautiful energy swirl coming right from the top of your head. And I want you to feel the energy moving all the way from the top of your head, all the way down into your root. So we're going to take a few more nice deep breaths. Just allow any more tension from your body to just be released with every single breath out. Filling your whole body with that oxygen and releasing every tense muscle. Yeah. Ooh, that feels good. That is beautiful. That's the clearest I've felt these root chakras, sacral plexus yet. It's usually still a little bit muddy at the end, but this feels just beautiful right now. I love this. Got goosebumps. And so it is. I love you guys so much, and I'm just sending you the biggest hugs today. We will go a little deeper tomorrow. We'll do another meditation at 9:30, and tonight I do have a breathwork class. If anybody still wanted in, I am happy to send you the Calendly link to book it. And aside from that, I will see you guys in the morning tomorrow. Mwah. So I'll stop the recording.
Thank you.
Thank you.